So real quick, I want to talk about masturbation and sperm retention. All right. Now I lost my virginity at like 11, like 12, 13 years old. I don't really know which to count because I was uh lost my virginity at 13 to a woman, but at 12 I was molested by a guy. So I don't really know, like, you know what I'm saying, what to call. But anyways, just the thought of, oh, I lost my virginity to a dude, like that's not. But anyways, uh, so when I was taught by this individual how to masturbate, right? Um, it was something that I really couldn't stop doing. Um, it was something that I really couldn't stop doing. And all through my adult life, you know, I was just releasing. And I finally got to the point where, I mean, no woman could get me to, unless I was like in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? But like really no woman could really like date. To me, they wasn't that important to get me to stop. It's like, look, man, I am who I, especially in my like now, the age I am now, it's like, look, man, I am who I am. You know, I tried in my 20s and 30s to like, you know, be this gentleman and let y'all, you know, dictate and tell me what I need to be doing in life. And that never like got me nowhere. Like I tried to be, you know, the gentleman of the gentleman, you know what I'm saying? And still that didn't get me nowhere. So it's just after doing something for like 20 years, you finally say, you know what, man, like this I gotta start living my life for me. You know what I'm saying? Like all these people out here, they don't listen to me. They don't change for me. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't care about how I think that what they should be doing, you know? And I just started doing what other people do. You know what I'm saying? Like you people don't change for me. A lot of people don't even change for God. They think they change it for God. And you know, I just thought, man, we only get one life. You know what I'm saying? And I just start like living my life for me, man. But you know, this last like my serious relationships are the ones where I actually am more open to change for that person because I'm really feeling that person. You understand what I'm saying? And man, I finally got to the point where I've been doing good for a little while, you know. Hopefully it continues, but like it done been sperm retention. Like I ain't let out nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like for some months. You know what I'm saying? So I'm proud of myself, you know. You know, but the bad side and the downside of that is it comes out on its own. And you can look that up online. It comes out on its own. So that's the bad part about it. Instead of you like being able to control when it comes out, it just comes out on its own. And it's normally when you sleeping. So, and like mine has been like, I could wake up, you know, and it could be so much. I think I peed on myself. But then like when I touch it or smell it, it don't smell like pee. And the touch of it is not like pee. It's more like kind of sticky. It's thick and sticky. So, you know, like it used to happen to me, you know, at work, because I work where I'm away from home, and I would wake up sometimes and I'd be like I mean, pants just so it looked like I just peed all over myself. And I'm like, man, like how did I pee all over myself? And then I'm like touching it or trying to like clean it up or whatever. I'm like, wait, this ain't pee, you know? And so I had been trying it, you know, a couple times to do the sperm retention thing, but it just like it never worked for me. It's like after about a couple of weeks or something, it would just come out. But now, hopefully, I am. It's hard. It's really difficult, but I feel like there's more benefit in holding on to it than letting it go. Especially if you don't have a wife to let it go inside of. Like, it just kind of like pointless, So, I mean, y'all pray for me on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm praying for me on that. I came up here to the park and been talking to God all morning. Just about, things going on in life, and asking God, why do things happen the way that they happen? And, especially when you know that God is in the midst of something, and then the devil comes and takes it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a scripture in the Bible that talks about how whatever God has joined together, let man or the devil not separate. You know what I'm saying? And, God gives us free will. God is not gonna hold on to our relationships for us. That's our, that's something that we have to want that much. And if God sees that we want it that much, then God will bless it. But if we not even putting up the fight, every time, a little thunderstorm come, like, why is God going try to help it work? It going you know what I'm saying? Going, like, so yeah, man. But I feel like, sperm retention is allowing you to tap into yourself more, allowing you to tap into the benefits of yourself more, also allowing you to tap into um your connect with your spirit even more. You understand what I'm saying? Like, like when we out here fornicating, I'm not just gonna sit up here and be like I was fornicating. I'm not saying that I didn't, but fornicating wasn't my big issue. It was just masturbation. I could just have an erotic conversation with somebody, with a female on the other line, and be playing on myself, or be thinking about a female, or just doing it on my own or whatever. But it's hard, but I feel like it's a growth process when you've been doing something for so long, and you're like, man, like, I'm tired of this. Like, I want the real thing. Like, I want a wife, and you kind of get to a point where you start doing stuff differently. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where I'm at with it. I really hope that God got his hand on me right now. You know what I'm saying? And this is something that's permanent, until I get married. So, I mean, it's hard. It's really hard because, like, especially when you stressed out or you going through it, like it's so easy to just, find a woman, and and let out that stress. But it's like, I really always just been really just asking God to, like, bring me my wife, and that's just been one of the most difficult chapters of life. You know what I'm saying? That's been very difficult, especially with the way that just the modern woman is just very different than the biblical woman. Even the modern biblical woman is different than the biblical woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's, yeah, man, that's tough. Because the modern biblical woman is still so a mixture of worldly trends, you know what I'm saying, and biblical stuff. But the biblical woman, has no worldly, television or social media, or what they parents think, what the pastor, like I'm not saying pastor and parents are wrong, but they're not always right. They're not always right. Even the Bible tells you that. You know what I'm saying? So there's scriptures in the Bible that tells us to listen to our parents, but there's scriptures in the Bible that also tells us, like, you know, like, if you love your father and your mother more than me, you know what I'm saying, then you don't love me. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's why I say, man, we need more Christian men and Christian women, like, reading Bibles. Like, going to church don't make you a Christian. You know, me paying my tithes don't make me a Christian. And if you read the Bible even tells you that. Like, paying your tithes will not guarantee you a spot in heaven. I can still pay my tithes for 20, 30, 40, 50 years and still go to hell. You know what I'm saying? I can be in the church every Sunday and still go to hell. You know? So reading the Bible, examining the Bible, understanding the Bible is far more important than paying tithes or sitting in church every Sunday. I forgot what I was talking about in this video. Y'all have a good day.